They really do hate our flag. Yes, with each passing day, it's becoming more and more apparent to me and to many, many other people here in Ireland that our government detests any show, any sense, any display of Irishness. They absolutely hate it. They despise it. And nowhere is more evident than in their treatment of the Irish flag, the tricolour, the flag that we all were born into and grew up with and possibly stood under, saluted, stood to attention during the national anthem, the flag that was flown everywhere for all occasions, the most natural thing in the world for an Irish person to be around and under and next to. But now the government hates that because they're desperately trying to erase Ireland. They're desperately trying in all the ways that they can to nullify any sense of Irishness, any sense of national spirit. Because why? Because they're not nationalists. They're globalists. Irish nationalism and a love of one's people, a love of one's culture and heritage and ancestry. Well, that's all gone now. It's all old hat. That's all old-fashioned. What they want now is a completely multicultural, spurious, patchwork quilt, whatever you're having yourself type of society. If you want to know what it ends up like, take a look at Blade Runner. Yeah, take a look at the society there. That's where you're headed. It becomes just a hodgepodge and a mess, a malaise, an absolute cesspit of nothing meaning anything and anything meaning nothing. It's just a mess. And that's where it goes eventually when you ditch sense of tribe, sense of family, sense of nation. You've no bond anymore. You're not linked to anything. You're not rooted to anything. And the flag is a centre point, a centrepiece of a properly functioning state, a properly functioning society, because it's what everybody rallies to in times of distress, what everybody takes pride in. It's a shared thing. It's something that means deep things to everyone around you. People you know and people you don't know. You're all bonded. You're all unified there. The government can't have that. The EU can't have that, which is the real government. The UN can't have that. The global corporations can't have that. Why? Well, because nationalism and a sense of national pride, a sense of tribe, well, that gets in the way of them plucking somebody from Bangladesh or Mongolia and sticking them into your town or village or your factory or your office. They want to be able to do that with absolutely no barriers and nobody getting upset. And how do you manage that? Well, you disintegrate, you disappear, you erase any sense of national spirit, any sense of national pride in one's distinct people. That way, it doesn't matter where you pluck someone from, what part of the world and what type of culture, you can just stick them in and just insert them in like a spurious generic part in a machine. And that's all we are becoming. One big machine. You take a part out here and you stick a part in there. A part wears out, you pluck a part from Sudan and you stick it in there. That's what they want. And I saw a video this morning that it just rammed it home for me. And no, it's not this one. And it's not even this one.
And me, myself, I mean, when you pass a house now that has a tricolour outside it, certainly I'm much more likely to think that's probably a racist house.
It's this one.
Hey, look. Can't video like that, buddy. Can't video. They're taking the fucking flags down. Please go, boys. All right. Yeah. Won't be taking them down.
Now, for context, what you're seeing in that clip is some contractors engaged and contracted by Dublin City Council to go around removing Irish flags from flagpoles, which had been put up by Irish patriots, Irish citizens, their own flag, their own national symbol in their own country, on their own streets. And this was done, according to the information I've seen, at 5 a.m, at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes, how sneaky, how underhand is that? Before the good people of Dublin would be awake and will be out and about. But this lad, whoever he is, and I salute you, sir, I take my hat off to you. If I had a hat, I would take it off to you and salute you. You were up early, bright and early, and you caught these traitors, these absolute scummy traitors, going around removing Irish flags from Irish streets, the tricolour, funded by your taxpayers' money, funded by you. You're paying for it. You taxpayers, you ordinary Irish taxpayers, you're paying for your own government to shit on you. One can't help but wonder if these were pride flags, would the council be so exercised? If they were Palestinian flags, would the Dublin City Council be quite as exercised? Would they employ contractors, traitors, to go around removing them? I think not. No. Your government despises the Irish tricolour and fly any other flag. A pride flag, any version of it, there's about 10 billion of them, and Palestinian flags or a flag of any other cause, but not the Irish flag. No, that might discommode and upset new to the parish people. Yes, people who aren't Irish have moved to our shores for various reasons and really would have no investment and no allegiance and no love, I suppose you could say, for the Irish tricolour and what it means and how it affects us Irish people on a very, very deep level. Who's the mayor of South County Dublin? Baby Parapadum. Is that a name? It is a name. Is it? Oh, I see. This doesn't sound very much like Johnny McGinty. No, it seems the mayor of South Dublin County Council is actually an Indian man, a man of Indian descent and Indian heritage. He's an Indian. I'm not sure if he played any part in this action by the council. Possibly he did. Maybe he didn't. Would an Indian man feel any affinity for Irish tricolours flying all over the jurisdiction? Or would he perhaps prefer to see Indian flags flying all over suburbs of Dublin? One doesn't know. One can only guess. And as you can see from the footage in the video, they paid a contractor, a private contractor, probably way over the odds, to go round and do this dirty deed, this dastardly deed. They paid a privateer. Yes, as George Bernard Shaw famously stated, if you want to roast an Irishman, you'll always get another Irishman to turn the spit. Well, I don't know who Loxham is, but whoever they are, you should boycott them immediately. Spurn them, shun them. Boycott them, give them no business. They want to take the king's shilling, let them, but let them choke on it. And I don't know how that contract was awarded or what conversation was had to get the ball rolling, but as far as I'm concerned, it should have gone something like this. Yellow. Yes, this is We Do Anything for Money Limited. Dublin City Council. Oh, what can we do you for? Yes. Well, anything that's legal, yes. You want us to send some vans around removing Irish tricolours from poles in suburbs, and I see. 10 million quid for 2 days' work. 10 million. That's a lot of money. Just 2 days' work. It's only taxpayers' money, so it doesn't count. I suppose that is sort of funny in a way. Yes. Just Irish tricolours. No pride flags or Palestinian flags or EU flags to be touched. I understand. Yes. Oh, well, yes, we're absolutely very capable of doing it. Count us in. No. I've only two words to say to that proposition. Just 2 words. Yes. Fuck off. G'day. Fucking idiots. Yes, that's how it should have gone, but that's not how it went. Some government official or politician possibly decided this is what needed to happen. Another government official, council official, decided it was going to happen and signed off on it. And then they got a traitor, some scumlord, some absolute snake in the grass to go and carry it out at 5 o'clock in the morning. Imagine the overtime they were paying there, the extra time they were paying there, just to fool you, just so they'd get it done before you, the ordinary man and woman, woke up to go about your day. But what did the ordinary Irish people think of this bad act? Well, Peter, the 13th Apostle, writes, Clondalkin, yep, a beautiful sight over the weekend with Irish flags on every other pole. South County Dublin Council should be ashamed of themselves for trying to take them down. Plotinian writes, the word has come down from Martin and Harris that the Irish flag is, quote, racist. Instead, everyone's expected to worship the new national flag, the Globo Homo striped beach towel. Clancy, a man of few words, opines, screwdriver through the rad. What does he mean by that? Screwdriver through the rad? What could he possibly mean? Words of mystery. Perhaps you can enlighten me in the comments as to what he means by that. Feck off writes, not sure if that's his real name, this will have the opposite effect. I'm going to buy 3 flags for the house now. Bravo, good sir, bravo. And last but by no means least, we have this meme from JJ. I hear you're a racist now. Irish flag. So what do you make of all that? Am I being hyperbolic? Am I over-egging the pudding? Or is there an absolutely deliberate, planned and executed attempt to demean us, to demolish our national identity in the form of the flag, to make it a symbol of hatred, to make it a symbol of backwardness, of old times, the dark ages, when we were just ordinary potato eaters, people who toiled the land, farmed the land, and lived simple lives. Are the people who rule over us traitors? Are they collaborating with international forces to make us disappear, to make us a footnote in history? And is part of that plan the diminution, the downgrading, the outright mockery of the symbol, the very essence, the very symbol of Irishness and the Irish people? And if this is their aim, will they succeed? Or will the Irish rise to the occasion and overcome this, the very latest, in an attempt to erase us, to make us disappear? Empires have tried before, and they failed.